hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And yep, let's just get into it. And right now we can see that Bitcoin is currently at $28,080. We did get a little bit of a rally today, coming up to 28,600, but again, those economic numbers were not too good, especially combined with the Jolt's job openings from yesterday were not good either. And we could see that the markets are starting to worry a little bit that a potential recession could be coming very soon. So let's take a look at Bitcoin on some charts here. We have had this upsloping trend line, which by the way we are still trying to hold at the moment. And again, I guess you could say this is a bit of a symmetrical triangle if you pull it down from this high all the way down to these two highs. And I wouldn't say it's symmetrical, but it's definitely an ascending triangle. I wouldn't say, yeah, I guess I would say it's a symmetrical triangle, not an ascending triangle. So eventually it is going to break up or break down, and again the big question is going to be which direction. And for that we can take a look at some indicators like market cipher, which is showing some signs of weakness right now on the daily time frame. Again, I've mentioned this many times, you have a lot of red money flow, which is not good because that's money flowing out of the asset, and it's backed up with wave edge, which is giving us a lot of signals saying that there was a lot of selling going around the $28,600 area, or basically the $28,000 area. And again, that would be, it doesn't surprise me. After all, we did have a pump up of over 46% from the lows of 19,000. And you guys can take a look, after we got a pump up from the lows of 15,000, it basically essentially another 46% pump. We saw whales starting to unload their positions, and then we get about a 11-12% correction. Now, are we going to get another 11 to 12% correction? I mean, I would say it's very possible that we get, a 12% correction, which would bring us back down to these highs. There's a lot of stuff coinciding with that, and I'll just dive into it right now to show you guys. Again, we have a lot of levels coming in right around 25,000. So these previous highs, we were, essentially chopping inside this channel here, and it wouldn't surprise me if we get, a drop down in a retest of this, and then we start to bounce back up, or even another breakdown lower, which would bring us all the way down here to 23,400. I'll show you guys why that's another potential target to take a look at. So obviously, let's just pull it up from the fib. So we'll draw from the bottom here to the top, and you guys can see that we have the 618 coming in right here at 23,300. Obviously, I don't think we're going to drop down, 10% in a day, although, that can happen. Bitcoin has been known for making big drops and big pumps over the upside as well. And that's essentially what you want to see as well in a bull run, if we're about to get into a bull run, because the weekly time frame on market cipher is looking very promising, with the red money flow almost back at the zero line and about to cross back into the green, which is a very good sign of a bull market starting. But right now, Bitcoin has rallied significantly, and a pullback would not be a surprise me at all. All right, so that's my first target right there. But sorry, my first target would be 25,000. If that does not hold, then we are going to drop down potentially to lower levels, at which point I would be entering into longs around 25. If we go lower, then I'll get stopped out. Then I'll re-enter even lower, right around 23,300. And I think on the daily time frame, we got the 200-day moving average that needs to come up significantly. So again, we could still chop sideways here for a while, maybe drop down to 25,000, consolidate, and have another leg lower, and then bounce right back up, and then start keep going after that. But we'll have to see and follow up in the coming weeks and months. Overall, I think a Bitcoin is due for a pullback. You got the Bollinger Band squeezing. You got the the MACD hit that has already crossed a couple days ago, I think, or about 4 or 5 days ago, and it's in the red right now. The RSI is starting to come down as well. You got Wave Edge X potentially starting to form a top here, so a big little drop here down to 25K would not surprise me. All right, we haven't seen any green crosses on the daily time frame, which is a nice buy signal for Bitcoin as well before the pumps happen. So you got a green cross here, and then we got a nice little rally, and then you got some red X's, which was a little bit worrisome, and then we're starting to pull back down from there. Now we're getting we got another green X here before the pump or during the pump, and even if you entered after that, you'd still be up a significant amount, up over 31%. But now, we did get a red X here. No red X's right now, but just a lot of selling. So again, a lot of selling, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a drop down. All right, and let's take a look at some targets here for Bitcoin. So we got the 1.618, which is your retracement from the ABC wave. And again, that brings us really close to 25,000, or very near the highs of 25,000, or very, very close to that target from 28,000. All right, I think that's enough covering for Bitcoin. We can take a look at some traditional markets as well. And again, another reason why Bitcoin could be getting ready for a pullback here is that the SPY is not doing too well. It did run into some resistance right here, and it is starting to pull back. And what would be bullish for the SPY right now is that we are starting to form a bit of an inverse head and shoulders right now. So if you get your left shoulder and your head, and then you get your right shoulder right now that comes back down, then I would expect support right around the $397 area, or basically the 4,000 area. And again, that's on the S&P 500. We got the 50-day, or a little bit lower. I think we got the 100-day right around that area. So we do have a little bit of support there, but we also have an upsloping trend line as well, which is really nice to see. So we'll have to follow. I'll have to follow up with you guys on that one, but I'll keep you guys up to date inside the Discord for all the gold members or the stock members that follow those stock trades. We can actually take a look at the S&P 500 on Market Cipher as well. And the weekly time frame is looking bullish. We got, the dual band strength index showing us some very strong signs. The daily is actually showing us a bit of a topping signal right here. We have not printed a red dot yet, but again, I'm pretty sure it's going to be following up. It's going to be coming in the coming days or so, or tomorrow, because it is going to be a long weekend, and the markets are going to be closed on Friday. So I think tomorrow is going to be the last trading day of the week. So we'll see if the markets sell into the close or rally into the close. Tomorrow we don't have any economic numbers other than the Canadian unemployment rate. And again, we have the unemployment rate coming up for the US on Friday, but the market's going to be closed and the futures are going to be open only. All right, let's take a look at oil and natural gas, and we'll cover it. We'll finish it off with the commodities here. So oil getting a bit of a down day today. I mean, not too much price action. Again, after its massive gap up here, after Saudi cutting 1 million barrels per day, it was expected to run into resistance right around $82. If it does get another, pop back up to 82 or even to the 200-day moving average, I will be opening a big short on oil, potentially for the stock members. I might play it on the SCO. We'll see how I'm going to do it, but overall, I still expect oil to pull back toward lower levels as we head slowly into a recession. Again, recession, it seems to be inevitable right now, but we did definitely get a nice pop from oil, and I think a lot of people are expecting higher oil prices, and I think higher oil prices will eventually come, but I think oil needs to go lower before it goes higher. Again, I could be wrong, but we're going to have to see how everything plays out. Let's take a look at natural gas now quickly. Nat gas, again, performing. Actually, we'll cover nat gas on a few indicators as well, but nat gas was actually acting pretty good today. It did get a nice green day while the markets were down, which is nice to see, because you definitely want to see nat gas perform well and when the markets are down. It shows a lot of strength. MACD on the daily time frame has crossed, so that's a bullish sign as well. RSI, nothing to see there. No real action. No bullish divergences. Nothing like that. We actually did make a new low here, not a new low on the RSI, but what I'd take a look at is nat gas on the NYMEX. So we'll take a look at nat gas on the NYMEX here, and we'll take a look here on the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is looking quite bullish. You got bullish DBSI numbers, so the dual band strength index is looking very nice. Other than that, you don't really have much else. It's looking bearish on the weekly time frame, monthly time frame, still looking bearish as well. The shorter time frames, I guess you could say the 4-hour is looking pretty promising. You have a reduction in the red money flow. You have a nice low green dot here as well, but it is starting to curl again back. It could print a red dot. We could get another dip down to maybe $2.75, or $2.07. 75 cents would be like all the way up here. But yeah, let's take a look at nat gas on Wave Edge, and this is the one that I really like, because Wave Edge actually shows you the significant amount of buying that happens and the potential longs and shorts. So right now, nothing on the daily time frame, but if we get into the bigger time frames like the 2-day and the 3-day, we are starting to see a significant amount of buying. So the 3-day, you got that green cross, or this green triangle again, which is a significant amount of buying happening. Same thing on the 4-day, and again, we had one here on the Friday, March 24. That's a 4-day candle and a green cross, and now we're getting a significant amount of buying right now once again. And on the weekly time frame, you did just close a weekly with this green cross and this green cross and the green triangle as well, which shows you a potential long on the weekly time frame and a significant amount of buying. And again, these two combined is very, very bullish in my opinion. And on the monthly time frame, you got your green cross, and again, you've seen these green crosses on the monthly time frame, and we've acted very nicely after that. We've had nice little pumps here and there. Obviously, this one was followed up with like a huge rally of 84%. Do I think we're gonna get an 84% rally? Who knows? Nat gas is an extremely volatile asset. It can go one way or it can go the other. And on top of that, on the weekly time frame, you guys can see that the MACD has almost crossed into the green, which is really nice to see. Again, that would be very bullish for nat gas. And overall, we are getting some nice price action, but no definitive bottom yet. Could this just be consolidation before another leg down? It 100% could be, and I could be 100% wrong about this trade. But we're gonna have to see what happens in the coming weeks. I'm very confident in this trade, and I'll have to follow up with you guys on that one. Other than that, no other news. I think I've covered all the bases here. I've covered the indexes, the cryptos, everything like that. We don't really talk about all the other alts. I do talk about alts during the Friday night sessions inside the Discord. Again, it's free to anyone that wants to join. You guys can join with the links in the description. But if you guys want to get access to my trades, you guys can either follow me on copy trade with 500 USDT, or you could follow me with on copy trade. If you don't have 500 USDT, you can become a gold member and get access to that as well. But if you don't want to do copy trading and you want to trade on your own and you just want my signals regardless, if you provide you some good entries or maybe some bad entries, you guys can join the Discord as well. You can see right now Bitcoin is still holding this trend line, so we'll have to see if we can get a better short entry right around 28,700. I actually did open a short here, but I closed it shortly after because I thought we were going to get a nice little rally today with those negative economic news, but it looks like the market is starting to react negatively to negative news now, which is surprising because the market seems to be so happy that there's negative news every now and then, because they want lower rates. But now, negative economic news might actually be bad news for the markets, because it ensues a recession. And be careful what you wish for. Everyone wanted lower rates in a recession, so they're finally getting it, and now they're starting to drop significantly. Also, a final bit of news here: Michael Saylor keeps buying Bitcoin after it rallies significantly. So you can see that Michael Saylor, I think, added another 1,000 Bitcoins, buying at 28,000 something, and now his average price is 29,100. So I guess he was break even when it popped up to here, but now he's back in a loss again, and he has billions of dollars in Bitcoin. So if this were to drop significantly, you're going to get a significant amount of a downside in MicroStrategy as well, which is the stock that Michael Saylor is CEO of. Anyways, that's enough for today. Thanks for listening, guys. Really appreciate all the support. We're almost at 19,000 subscribers, so don't forget to smash those like buttons and and leave a like and comment. Thank you all. Love you all. Peace.